Hey everyone, Pastor Gonzalez here. I just wanted to come with you. I got a new thing to review. Brand new GiRSAN MC1911C. So a pretty inexpensive 1911. And it's a buddy of mine's and he wanted me to test it out and do a review. I don't even know if he's ever even shot it. And so we're going to do a review of this and we're going to see how we like it, all right? So let's open this thing up and let's see what we got. And as we open it up, you can see, ooh, it's a pretty finish. Look at that. Pretty finish, desert tan. Looks like it has 2 magazines in it and holds 8 rounds. Luckily, I have a lot of rounds already loaded up for it. We're going to be loading these things up, and then we are going to be attacking a little target over there and see. So let's take it out of the box. Let's see what we got here. Looks like we got a drilled lightweight trigger. Ooh, it shot that magazine out really well when I pushed the mag release. Looks like we have an enhanced beaver tail grip safety. We have ambidextrous safety here. Have a lightweight hammer. See the sights. It looks like just regular. Ooh, let's see if we can get it to, there we go. Regular sights on there. Overall, decent enough grips. Overall finish, it looks really well. Looks really good. So let's load this up and let's go take some shots. All right, everybody. We have the GiRSAN loaded up with some 230 grain polymer coated lead. I think these are loaded up with bullseye. So I'm gonna go ahead. Safety's a little tight for me, but it does go on. I think it's just gonna loosen up with use, but it is a little tight to me. It is off safe now. Mag drops fine. Let's see what we can get out of this. Got one failure. That's probably from my ammo, by the way. I'm gonna lower the magazine. Drop that down. That was the last round on it. Weapon's clear. Let's go for the other magazine. That was the factory magazine. This is an Act Mag. This is made in Italy. It's another 8-round 1911 magazine that the owner of this gave me. Dadbod 2.0 on Instagram, by the way. Everything goes in the battery just fine. Everything's fine. Failure to go in the battery right there. Drop it down. Again, last round. Could just be these polymer coated rounds. So it ejected just fine. I'm going to drop it in. Fine there. Oh, I was like, where'd the magazine go? I forgot I did not put in the magazine. Let's put in this other one. Going hot. Stays back. Gentlemen, this is, and ladies, excuse me, for being made in Turkey by EAA, this GiRSAN's doing really well. Let's throw a little bit more rounds in here. I'm just going to stick with the supplied mag. I'm going to load in all 8. Let's see if we can get it to fully seat again. I'm just going to blast through this again. Oh, I did already put in 8. Let's see what we can do. Did just fine that time. So GiRSAN 1911 MC 1911-C. Except for that safety being really hard to take on and off. Seems to be a very, very solid 1911. So at least for now, we've put 3 mags through it. So of course you'd need to try more, but first initial settings, not bad. All right, guys, I'm back in my shop. I'm back from the range and doing a review again of this GiRSAN, from what I understand, GiRSAN. It's made by EAA. It's made in Turkey. Got back in from the range, went over a few things, and one thing I remembered or forgot to mention even while I was out there was this trigger. And so if you can see, there's no magazine, it's empty, completely clear. This trigger is extremely nice. I don't know the trigger pull. Very, very minimal creep. It's very, very nice. It's kind of crazy. Normally I would mention something like it, but it wasn't something I hated out at the range. So I got back and it was nice. We were having some issues on the safety, on how hard it is to engage the safety, and it is a little bit difficult to take on. I think that's going to go away with wear and regular wear and tear. I did have a problem with the mags falling out and not free floating, so I came back in and I loaded up the ACT mag that they're using, the regular mag. I loaded it with 230 grain XTPs that are mine, that I loaded up. And I thought, let's see if it'll drop a full mag. No problem. So come back in, no problem. I thought, well, let's try a different mag, because the gentleman that gave me this to review, he had bought a Pro Mag for it. Pro Mag seats fine, drops fine. So I decided, well, let's load it with a few of my magazines for my 1911. And so here I have this no name stainless steel mag. Goes in fine, drops fine. Again, these are already loaded for me. Here is a Kimber Tac Mag 45 ACP. Didn't seat. There we go, got it to seat now. It does not like the Kimber mag, but that's okay, it likes other mags. I do have some 6-round Colt mags. Of course, these are not going to fit because they no stop. So what can I say about this? How can I compare it to my 1911? And where does it stack up? Both have tactical hammers, if you will. Pretty nice hammers. Both have enhanced beaver tails. It actually has some very nice grip texture in the back. Both of them have skeletonized triggers. Mine has just a little bit nicer one than that. I'm not a rail person. You can get mine in a rail. I do have fiber optic sights. Of course, we reviewed the sights elsewhere. The only thing this thing doesn't have that I would like to see have is a flared magwell. There is no flared magwell at all right there. And so I'd love to see that, but I know how much this thing cost. And this was purchased for $410. If you are a guy, gentleman, lady, person that wants a 1911, has always wanted a 1911, but didn't really want to spend the money for like a Dan Wesson or a Colt or a Kimber, and you didn't want to get up into the $1,000 range, or you wanted a nice one, but you didn't want to spend the money. I carried my Rock Island Ultra CS. It's an Ultra CS TAC 2. I purchased this one. My wife purchased it for me. I think with all the bells and whistles on this Rock Island, it I used to carry this all the time, so I thought, man, there might be one in the chamber. So I'm gonna check, and of course there's not. So we're good. But man, I love that trigger. But I purchased this for, I think, about $750. This, of course, is the compact series. I actually carried this thing for a long time. So where does it stack up? Full size, right? $410. Compact size with BZ grips and flared magwell. This is a good shooter. I don't want to dissuade anybody away from the GiRSAN. It is a good shooter. It feeds well. It didn't really like my 230 grain polymer coated lead on the last round. I didn't have any issues except that last round, but we did run that last magazine, that third magazine, and it ran just fine. Off camera, my son ran this a little bit more, and he loved it as well, so much that he was like thinking, Dad, maybe that'll be my first 1911. It is heavy. My son thinks it weighs more than my Rock Island. They're both just huge chunks of all steel, but they're both in 45. So don't let this dissuade you. It is an inexpensive 1911. It does have some parts that others don't. It has ambidextrous safety. It does have the enhanced beaver tail. It does have a skeletonized trigger. But for getting in and having those, you can easily get a flared magwell to add to this. You can change out the grips if you don't want the grips on there. I do custom woodwork. 1911 grips are very, very easy to make. You can do whatever you want. So would I recommend this? If you're not a gun person, or you want to be a gun person, you want to own a 1911, but don't want to spend a lot of money because it's something you just take to the range, absolutely. Would I trust my life to this? I need to shoot it a lot more. There you go, there's my wife. So I need to shoot a lot more. Fitment, it's wobbles a little bit up top, but again, it's a $400 1911. So I hope this helps. I hope this is good. Again, GiRSAN MC 1911C. Would I recommend it as a buy? Yeah, if you don't have a 1911, look in one. Don't let the price dissuade you. If you, of course, find one a little bit more expensive, but maybe have more bells and whistles, sure. All right. So y'all take care. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.